I've never known what it was like to not know that I have cancer. My earliest childhood memories are standing up in a crib, being wheeled down a hallway with very, very high crib bars and screaming and just crying and seeing my parents there as they wheeled me off to surgery. And I was diagnosed with cancer, Wilms tumor on my right kidney.
After I had stopped nursing our youngest son, Eli, I noticed a lump. I went for the biopsy. That's when it was confirmed that I did have stage 2 breast cancer.
Went through the whole treatment of full chemotherapy and radiation. It was terrifying as a child to go through those treatments.
So when I was diagnosed with cancer, the pink ribbon, the pink cancer ribbon, that was very well known. It became a symbol and a source of finding hope and finding love and finding support.
My parents were told that if I survived until age 4, then I was likely out of the clear. So that was always kind of the magic number.
No parent ever thinks that their child who's so active and running around and playing and happy one day is going to be diagnosed with cancer. I was almost 3 years out of treatment and was actually pregnant. And Eli had just turned 4 years old. He had stage 4 high-risk neuroblastoma. Our world kind of came crashing down, and I was scared and terrified, as was my husband. What he went through was a million times worse than what I went through.
It is my hope that through the work of G9, should cancer strike your child or a child you know, the outcome that my family has experienced will not be yours.
Cancer treatment for kids is hard, and it's really hard as a parent to sit by and watch what they're going through and not being able to help. When Eli was diagnosed, I think a lot of people didn't even know kids got cancer. Once we discovered Gold in a community of childhood cancer, it was such a relief. And we had so many people rally around us again, this time who wanted to help and who loved and who cared.
So this past year, 2017, I just slowly started to not feel good. I finally got to the point that I had to be hospitalized because of the pain. It said that they had found a tumor in my pancreas, and it was likely pancreatic cancer, and unfortunately that's what it was. And the leading thought right now as to why and how I got pancreatic cancer is because they're saying that this is very likely a side effect of the radiation treatment that I had in 1970.
We need to change the dialogue about childhood cancer. And when we say we need to change that dialogue, it is in our community. Not our local community, but the community of all of us. Everyone, everywhere, changing the conversation about kids, about health, about hope.
G9 represents hope. It's awareness, it's love of kids. I think G9 wants kids to be adults, and that's what we all want.
And that's why it is so wonderful to have organizations like G9 be there and to truly be making a difference.
G9 represents dedicated individuals, families, businesses, foundations, doctors, and hospitals working together to fight childhood cancer and raise awareness of the color gold.
When gold is out there and when there's awareness, then conversations start. And in my experience, when the conversations start, people are so compassionate and they want to know more and they want to know how they can help.
Once you have awareness, it comes responsibility. You don't have an excuse anymore to do nothing. But the hope factor is very, very important, and that's what G9 does, and that's what awareness and these new treatments have, because without hope, we've got nothing in this fight.
We need more awareness that leads to action. We need more resources that lead to developments. We need more funds that lead to discoveries. And most importantly, we need you.
G9 and gold represent hope for every child everywhere.
G9 and gold means hope for every child everywhere.
G9 and gold together mean hope for every child everywhere.